Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In my previous videos, I already showed you how to install Devolution server and how to configure it, how to use RDM to connect to it, and also how to use the session recording feature. We will go further. We are gonna make our certificate to be trusted by this machine, and we can use an advanced feature such as open in browser. So open in browser is one of the advanced features. Without installing any RDM, just using your browser, you should be able to remote access to your server. I think this is very helpful, useful features if you publish your RDM to the public internet, and you should be able to use it in anywhere without installing this SIG client RDM. Now let's jump into it. So if you open your web portal of your Devolution server, then you should be able to see this certificate is not valid. The reason why it's not valid is because it's not in a trusted CA repository on your machine. So we have to add it in there. So let's go here. So you will see the certificate. The certificate is signed by your local host. We can export it, which I already exported before, so we can save it. Once you export it, you go to your download folder, double click. You can see this CA root certificate is not trusted. So that's the problem here. Because it's not trusted, we can use it on our gateway as well. We have to use HTTP on our gateway, which you can see from our Devolution's gateway. We are using HTTP. We are not using HTTPS. Because it's not trusted, we also cannot use servers open in browser this feature well. You will see connection error. Please verify your connection settings. Couldn't connect to the servers. We're going to fix all those. Very simple. Since we are here, we're going to install certificate. We're going to install to local machine. We're going to install, we're going to quickly. You can automatically select certificate store based on the type of certificate. But since it's CA, we can choose trust root CA. We can put in here. Okay. Next. Finish. The import was successful. Since now we have imported our certificate, and then we're gonna go to our IS to take a look at IS settings for this website. You can use in a server manager list tool, IS tool to go to the site, default website. You should be able to see server certificate here. So there's all kinds of certificates. We need to see the website, which certificate we are using. You can see the SSL settings, but that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna do edit binding by right click on your default website. You can see they supported the port 80 and the port 443, which is HTTP and HTTPS. You're gonna edit HTTP because that's what we're gonna do. So from here, you can see we are using Devolution server SSL self-signed certificate. But actually, we are gonna using this one. That's the FQDN name we're gonna use to access our website. So we're gonna view this one, and you can see there's no error. It's trusted here. So we're gonna okay, close it, and we're gonna restart our IIS, of course. After that, we're gonna go back here. We're gonna refresh. So from refresh, you can see it shows not secure. Your connection to this site isn't secure, but we go deep and see this site has a valid certificate issued by a trust authority. So we already have valid certificate. Just because of some component connections on this website, it's still not using HTTPS, they're using HTTP. For example, we are having our devolution gateway. We have this HTTP connection. So what we can do, we can change it to HTTPS here, and we can test connection. Wow, it works. Save it. Now the exclamation mark is gone. We are get this nice green arrow icon. Perfect. That's exactly what we're doing. The next step, we're gonna test our settings for the open in the browser. You can right click here because we already configured the VPN gateway using devolution gateway and using our lab gateway, which is on the same machine. You can check health, which is working. Save it just in case it may change some. And now we can open in browser. Nice. So in this way, we can directly using our web browser to remote access to your Windows server. They're using Island RDP protocol, Island RDP, this Rust-based component to do the remote session. They are not using Guacamole. CyberArk is using that. Lots of many other PAM solutions using Guacamole, but this is using Island RDP, which you can find the URL from here. Close the session after we did this, and also you will see this there's a red dot here, means this session also been recorded. Let's close this session. Close. So once you go to recording, you can see this session. It's still saving. It's gonna take a couple of minutes for this session to be fully saved on local. Once you're done, you can play the recording. So that's the old recording. We had it before, which works well. You can see, and this is a new one. Let's see if you can play with it now. It seems it still shows live because the session cached here. It won't be able to let you play until a couple of minutes passed. The whole idea is you can open your remote session through your browser without having the RDM. Now let's go back to the Linux server. So we can from Windows server to Linux. From here, right click, you can see the open in browser. This menu is grayed out. The reason why is because we haven't configured the gateway for it yet. So we do that. We're using devolution gateway. And then they automatically choose a default gateway for you. Update that. Once you did that, you can easily get this option and open in browser. Okay, now we need to do authentication. We haven't saved authentication code. Perfect, it's working well. In the root, right now you don't see the red dot on Linux because we haven't enabled that. So we're gonna close the session. And right click, property. This is simplified view. Let's get a full view, session recording. Of course, we're gonna do required, and the recording gonna be remote. We're gonna use in the gateway mode, gonna be same as session. Update it. Now let's try open in browser again. Now we got this nice dot here. That means it's recorded. We can close session and see the recording. It shows live. So this is for self-signed certificate. But if you want to use your own CA, you're gonna install a certificate service. In the next session, I will show you how to install your own certificate service on your list machine. That is just for you to deploy your own CA server, and you can use it in other machines who joined your domain. In this case, we're gonna install a new role for this server. We're gonna choose AD certificate service. Next. 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 We're gonna install certificate enrollment web service. And just install. It will take a while, so I'm gonna pause the video. Once it's done, we will continue. So the certificate service has been installed. Now we need to do some configuration. You will see exclamation mark here. So there's post deployment configuration. Let's configure that. Next. So let's finish CA setup first. This is our root CA. Create a new private key. Next. 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 Configure. Close. Next. We're gonna enable certificate enrollment web service. Say name. Next. Using the built-in application pool. Configure. Completed. This video shows you how to make your self-signed certificate to be trusted by your browser, and then how to configure open in browser this feature in your target, either Linux or either Windows. At the same time, make sure the session recording works well with this open in browser feature. I hope you learned something from this video, and give me a thumb up if you like this video. Also subscribe my channel to support me. Thank you for watching. See you in my next one.